The interview we've been waiting for. Steve Perry, Dan Rather. I'll tell you all about it coming right up. Stay tuned, people.
Three, two, one.
Hello, everybody. It's Gary Stuckey. Welcome back to another episode of Steve Perry News. Well, did you see it? Did you see the big interview with Dan Rather and Steve Perry? We've been talking about it for a long time. It was finally here in Access TV. If you haven't had a chance, go check it out. And it's online. Go on the Steve Perry Facebook page, the group page, and somebody has got it over there. You can check it out, or you can look on YouTube. It'll be on there eventually, I'm sure. And but awesome interview. I mean, Dan Rather always does great interviews, and he really gets the truth out of everybody, And Steve really opened up, tonight, and talked about some personal things. Talked about how he was violated when he was younger. Some things happened when he was younger that he had to deal with. His parents' divorce. He dealt with that. He turned to music to get away from a lot of the hurt. And there's stuff that, all this stuff he's been talking about, stuff I can relate to and relate with, and I understand. So when people that don't understand some of the things he's gone through, when you get in his shoes, then you go, oh, okay. And it patterns your life and it controls your life. And when you decide things in life, it's based on how you were either raised or the things that happened to you. So there's some hurtful things in his life. There's some blessings in his life. He met Kelly. It's up and down. But he talked about Kelly. You could see the emotion in his eyes and his face and things like that. He didn't mention Journey. I didn't figure he'd talk about Journey too much, so he didn't talk about all that. That wasn't the issue. He really got deep into his life and talking about that and what happened. The reason why he left and got burnt out. And he really, when he was growing up and the hurt, he replaced the hurt of his parents' divorce and him being violated and things like that. He replaced it with music. That was his go-to in life. And he said it in other interviews that when he lived off of this music to keep him going, and then when he didn't need the music anymore, that's when he got burnt out. He was thriving off of that music. So when he reached that point, like in 1987, that after his mom died and the things that he relied on, the music just didn't do it anymore. So, and then he got burnt out too with singing and every night, and it's real hard, to be pushed to that limit. So he did that, and of course he opens up about his daughter, which we've all heard that he has a daughter, but it was confirmed that he said it on national TV, and then he has grandkids, which I thought was pretty cool. That he wanted to give her privacy. And he didn't mention her name and all this, but he wanted to let it be known that he has a daughter. I thought that was really cool. It was really awesome to hear about Sam Cooke, the way he talked about Sam Cooke's Echo. I never really thought about it like that. That was so cool. And to see Dan Rather, when they were talking in his studio, Steve's, really excited. He's proud of his music. Now, you can look at Steve and see, his eyes light up. And I'm the same way when I record something. You don't get the big head and go, look at me. But you go, you recorded that. That's awesome stuff that he recorded on Traces, and so he's proud of that. And Dan Rather was really listening to it. You could see the smile on their faces, But I did notice one point we was talking about We're Still Here, that song. I have my ideas about what that song's about. Everybody has their own ideas. Dan even had an idea, which Steve said it wasn't that, but everybody has a point of view where they look at songs and they go, this is how it is. But I have a pretty good idea about that song, what it's about. And if you'll notice, when he talks about it, We're Still Here, there's a point where he pauses and almost loses it. So there's something he's thinking about. So you just think about that one. But anyway, great interview. Go check it out if you haven't already. Steve's really opening up about a lot of things about his life and about how things have affected him. You won't see a better interview anywhere. So go check it out. Hey, this is Gary Stuckey. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless you.